Buddy Big Toad here. Welcome back to video number 4 in our 2D game development series in Unreal Engine 5. Today we're going to put some textures onto our platform, and so when we're done it'll look like this. Alright, let's get started. So in our last video, if you remember, we got our platform set up so our character could run back and forth along the platform without falling off. We've got two different platform areas. One is the original platform from the 3D game setup, and the other one is a wall that we set up. So we'll be maintaining those, and we'll work through this tutorial and put some texture on that and start making it look like a real background. First, let's go into our level viewport, and I want to make a simple adjustment to our game. And we're going to, I clicked and I have highlighted the platform view. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move it. So I'm going to grab it by that red arrow and I'm just going to pull it forward like so. And now let's click on play and run that and see what it looks like. So now instead of looking like a platform hanging in space, this looks like the ground, and we're sitting on the ground watching this guy run on the ground. And then it comes over to this wall, and now it seems like he's running on top of a wall or a platform. So that's a quick way to have two different styles of games: the wall walking or the ground walking on a solid earth type platform. Real quick, real simple, and we can build off these both to make a different style of looking game. Now click escape, or you can hit that red button up there to stop the game. Now let's go down to our content drawer and open up the character blueprint. In the character blueprint, I want to show you an optional setting for the camera, which is going to give us a couple different views into our 2D game. And we're going to go over to the left and click on not the camera boom, but the one under it, the follow camera. Now on the right side, let's make sure we have pulled out that details panel so we can see what's in there easily. Now I moved away from the event graph and clicked on the viewport. You don't have to do that, but what we want to find over here in this right column is camera settings. And camera settings is right here, and we see this perspective and we see orthographic. Now I'm going to change that to orthographic, compile and save, and then let's go ahead and run this. See the difference? Now this looks like a traditional 2D game. We've completely eliminated the third dimension, that dimension that goes away from us. So everything looks like it's on one plane. So we have a pure 2 dimensions. And so there's no depth to it, so nothing shrinks as it goes away from us. So that's the typical camera setting for traditional side-scroller 2D games. So 2D games have been made with that traditional orthographic type camera setting, and so if that's what you want to do in your game, then that's how you want to set that camera up. Let's go ahead and adjust our camera back though for this session, and we can press the escape key and we're back into our view. Let's go back into the third person camera settings and let's set this back to the perspective view. Compile and save. All right, now here we are. We're back to how we originally had it set up, and in that 3D perspective. So we can still make a 2D game with a 3D perspective, kind of get a hybrid. And there's other kinds of hybrids you can do as well, where the character is not constrained to the one plane. It can actually go in and out, and other methods will constrain the character from running off the side of your world. All right, so let's hit escape and go back out and do some more adjustments. I'm going to change my view from top to perspective. Now let's go down to our content drawer, and we can go and open up starter content and come down to textures. And this is all the textures that come in the game, and we can use those to change the texture or the material that is on our platform. And there's a lot of options there. You can make the choice to do one of those, but I want to go somewhere else. I want to go out to the Quixel bridge and pull down some more free content we can use. Let's go up to the menu bar. and we'll go into window, and if you scroll down there, you'll see open marketplace, which you can get a lot of free items from the open marketplace. You can also purchase things there, and we have the Quixel Bridge, which is another place we can get some free content. So that's where we're going to go. So we'll click on that and go out to Quixel Bridge. So here's the Quixel Bridge, and you can go out and explore out here in this, and you see a lot of different items. If you scroll down through this, you see all kinds of plants and materials and such. Right at the top is this old workshop. Let's go ahead and go to collection there. It's kind of on display for us. And so you have tools. You can put these tools into your environment to spruce it up, especially if you're working with a hybrid 2D, 3D. And so just explore all the items that are in these different types of collections, and you'll see lots of cool things you can bring in. Here's Ancient Temple. I'm going to pull something out of here. Maybe pick one of these that I can use for flooring on my big platform. And I think the important thing is not that I pick the perfect platform flooring, but I show you how I can do it. So let's look at in these various ones. Let's find one. That's kind of too fancy. Don't want that for my flooring. That's a good one for flooring. Temple Stone Wall. I know it says wall, but it'd be, oh wait, this one's better. Ancient Temple Wall. That kind of looks like something you would walk on. So I'm going to get that. So we go down here and click download. And once it's done downloading, it shouldn't take long. Now we can click add. And you don't really see anything happen, but it's actually been added. So we'll minimize that. Go over. We're not going to find it here. It's too much. Like we can go right to our platform. So we'll click on our platform, and we'll scroll down here on the right, and there's a static mesh, which is the platform material, and now the material here, and we can go in here and type temple, and there it is. There's our texture we just got. So I'm going to click on that, and we'll add that to our platform just by typing temple. And you can go out here to the Quixel Bridge just to confirm that we got the right one. So Ancient Temple Wall is what we're looking for. So let's go back and we'll show you that this is the Ancient Temple Wall. So we'll type in temple again. There we go, Ancient Temple Wall. So let's go ahead and add that to our platform. And there you go. Instantly we see it come through our perspective view. And so now when we run our game, now I'm walking on these big slabs of stone. That's how easy it is to add textures to the elements in our platform. And you see that little flashy thing. That'll go away eventually. We'll work on that. Not a big deal. All right, now let's fiddle around and make a couple more adjustments. All right, let's hit the escape button and get out of this game. And we can get back to our material viewpoint here, and we'll add something here. Let's use this ramp and let's bring it out back here. All right, so I'm going up and down. That's not working. I'm going to go into the top-down view, and now you can see my ramp. So now I can grab it and slide it up. I don't want it going that direction. I'm going to turn it a little bit, so I can use this method where I grab that. See, here is the slider back around and forth, but this one allows me to angle it. And so you can make adjustments like that really in visual mode, and sometimes it gets a little stuck and you got to fiddle with it, and there we go, made it. Now, or we can go over here on the details panel, and if we scroll up, there we go, now we can see our angle. That's not exactly 180, it should be, so I'm going to type in 180 there and get that lined up perfectly. All right, now I'm going to go back over and go back away from the circle thing. Oh, see, now it's moved, but it's still not in the right place. All right, let's go ahead and hit escape and go back. And now I'm going to go to the back view. And that red there, we see that's the text. Okay, so I can drop this down. Now it's flat on the floor. So that's good, flat on the floor. I'm going to move this text out of the way. I'm tired of looking at that. There we go. Just slide it up. Maybe I'll use it later. Now let's run this game again. Jumped back out to the perspective view. You don't have to do that. Let's just run it. And now we're in our game and we're running, and the ramp is not in the right spot. So I'm going to go back out there and I'll show you how to adjust that. So we'll hit escape and kill our game. Now we're in a top-down view and you can see that we're not lined up with our character. So now we're lined up with where the platform front used to be, but it's not going to be quite right with our character yet. See, I can hit it, I can jump on it, but I'm falling off with one leg because it's not quite where I want it. So I'll kill the game again. Now let's move it up forward a little bit. There we go. That should do it. Now, there we go. I'm running back and forth, and there's the ramp, and I can run down the ramp and run back up the ramp. I think, though, we need to put some texture on that ramp so it doesn't stick out so bad. So let's kill the game. Hit escape, and we're on the ramp. Let's go down to the materials on the ramp, and now we'll type in temple, and whoops, got to spell it right. There it is. There's our temple material. We'll select that and run the game, and now our ramp was covered with the same material that our floor is. So that was a quick tutorial on how to change the meshes or the textures on your platform. And you can choose any. You don't have to use the ones I did. We also looked at the perspective and the orthographic camera, so you can see the different methods and different views we have in that. Well, I hope you found this useful and learned something. Until our next video, this is the Big Toad, and I am out.